the history of the game somewhat disappears, if you will, with age. But I can remember certainly. Did we play Everton?
You did. So that's what I was going to get onto. The fifth round
Yeah.
is away at Goodison against Everton.
Yeah.
And you play in this one. Now, the thing about this game is it's played in front of 61,982 fans, which is the second largest attendance Tranmere have ever played in their history. The only one bigger being the League Cup final in 2000. And I wasn't there because I'm too young to have been there. But by all accounts, you gave them a pretty decent run for their money in their first half.
Yeah. I think was it 2-0 the result? I think
it was.
Yeah. So I would say we were difficult to beat, rather than what we did as an attacking team. But it was certainly one of those games that you would that somehow always, out of all the games that you play, that is one that stands out. Certainly, mainly because it was so local,
I bet you had plenty of friends and family there that day.
Just a bit, yeah. Yeah, just a bit.
Do you remember much about what it was like playing in front of that huge crowd, or who might have been marking you or whatnot?
I think my memories of it were probably more about the Everton team, and because I was, if you will, of the team of the Liverpool and Everton bit, I used to support as a schoolboy. I used to support Everton, and watch how they played and so on. So you always knew all the players, and I would say you were in awe of the players, and that was probably you shouldn't really, as a professional footballer, you shouldn't really be in awe of any of the opposition. You should just get in there and get it done, So, but I think there was a little bit of that within my psyche, if you will, that I was a bit probably not. I probably didn't play anywhere near as well as I could have, because of the fact that you were playing in that stadium with that crowd, with that group of people. It was a bit disappointing, to be fair, the performance, I would think.
Well, I can read you out their starting lineup, because their starting lineup that day is genuinely absolutely remarkable. So Gordon West starts in goal, and Gordon would go on to play for Tranmere later in his career. And then the rest of their team: John Hurst, Brian LeBone, Ray Wilson, Tommy Wright, Howard Kendall, John Morrissey, whose son would go on to play for Tranmere, Ernie Hunt, Jimmy Husband, Joe Royal, and Alex Young, with Sandy Brown coming off the bench. That's quite a team to come up against, isn't it?
Actually, it is. It is, yeah. Some great names there, aren't there? Some great names.
Is that probably the biggest stage that you played on?
Yeah, undoubtedly. You were just that. You were in awe of their squad and their team. So it's somehow in your psyche, in your own mind. They were of a level so much higher than Tranmere were at that time, and certainly my status, if you will, as a professional, they were way above my standing, if you will.
That was a local derby that you had in the cup, but you would have had loads and loads of local derbies in the league, because you'd have been in the same division as Chester and Wrexham, which Tranmere have just been playing them a few years ago in the National League years, and Wrexham were obviously in Tranmere's division last year, and they were always the games you look forward to, those two.
Yeah.
Were they fun occasions to play in even then?
Chester was the one. That was the one that stood out, if you will. That was more the local derby. Obviously, Birkenhead and Chester being so local there. So they were the games I used to enjoy. I used to enjoy the Chester games, yeah.
Was the atmosphere always a little bit? I don't know what the right word is, but was there a bit more tension in the air on those nights?
I think mainly. I think the idea was that we were better than them as a football club and a better team. I always played those games because I thought our standards were better than the Wrexhams and the Chesters of this world, and consequently, you expected to be more victorious, if you will, in those games than you might have be, against, I don't know, the Bristols and the Brightons and so on.